Welcome to all of you joining me right here on Zoom on this Tuesday, and welcome to everyone else joining us wherever you are connecting. It's good to have you here. We are about a minute from getting started. I invite you now to find your meditation posture. If you're meditating with your eyes closed, close your eyes. To just let yourself relax. And turning attention to the breath, we connect to the sensations of the breath coming in and going out of our nose. As we begin our practice. And we start, as always, with our Shalom chant, inviting into our practice every day energies of peace, inner harmony, and wholeness. And take a breath for Shalom. And if you chanted with me, simply allow the body once more to recover the natural rhythm of its own breath. Stepping back and resting as awareness. And as you do so, find again the sensations of the breath. As you feel it coming in and out of the nose, and stay with that while I invite the archangels to come and meditate with us. Before us comes to sit Uriel, whose name means the light of the divine, shining its light within our heart, bringing its bright clarity into our mind. On our left is Gavriel, whose name means God's strength. Gavriel shores up our commitment to our meditation, day in and day out. He also supports our steadfastness, our diligence into staying with the object of meditation, which right now are the sensations of the breath coming in and out of the nose. Behind us is Raphael, whose name means divine healing. Raphael sits behind us to support us, leaving behind all that no longer serves us, all that stops us in our growth, our expanding. On our right comes to sit Michael, whose name means that which is like God. Michael holds a mirror to us, so that when we turn to look during our meditations, we can recognize in the mirror that which is like God, ourselves, created in the image of God, in the mind of God. And all these angels can be understood or visualized to be sitting around us, but they also can be understood to be sitting right inside of us, right in our heart. Like energies, archetypes, each of us can tap into to support us in our practice. They're here to cheer us on. They're here to help us rid ourselves of our limiting beliefs, of our negative self-talk. As long as we stay connected to the practice, we are bound to be successful. And with us, they affirm the kavanah, that we, each of us, might recognize awakened awareness right now for the greatest good of all. That each of us might recognize awakened awareness right now for the greatest good of all. Staying with the sensations of the breath, coming in and going out. I'd like to help us work with thoughts today. Simple practice. We'll start, or we'll continue, I should say, observing the sensations of the breath. as our main object of meditation. But then, as always, thoughts will come to intrude. And thoughts have this particularity that is that you can only think one thought at a time. You can start noticing how thoughts are formed. They kind of form a chain. And one link attaches another link that is connected to the first. Every thought is always attached in some way or another to the one that preceded it. That's why we call it the train of thought. Each thought is its own car, train car. But they're all attached. Sometimes you can do this exercise as you notice one thought to try to trace back how you got to this one. And you can really see, if you do this exercise, how one thought led to another, that led to another, that led to another, until this very thought right now. It's kind of an entertaining thing to do. It teaches us of the nature of the mind. The premise here in this specific practice, as we notice in meditation practice, is that thoughts arise on their own. Again, with the simple mechanism that I just described. Thinking is very mechanical in this kind of a way. And it is happening by itself. Some people believe that meditation is a practice to stop our thoughts. That can never be the case. Meditation is a practice where we realize that we cannot, in fact, control our thoughts. The more we try to stop thinking, the more we realize we can never do that. Again, meditation never changes our experience. It only changes how we relate to our experience. So you're staying with the sensations of the breath. And then unavoidably, a thought will arise. And then unavoidably, it will capture your attention. But as you practice, break free from the thought. And as you break free from the thought and come back to the breath, in that moment, just remember what the thought was. Like saying to yourself, oh, the thought was about grandma. Oh, the thought was about Uncle Joe. Oh, the thought was about the meeting this afternoon. Oh, the thought was about grocery shopping. Oh, whatever the thought is, just name what the topic of the thought was, and then come back to the breath. What's going to become interesting is to see the quality of your mind, or the quality of the mind that you are aware of. Maybe your thoughts are more about the past, or maybe they're more concerned about the future. You can start to see different patterns of the thinking mind as it expresses in the unique body that you are. So don't get attached to any thought, just observe them and then come back to the breath. And then note to yourself, oh, that was a thought about blah, blah, blah. And then stay with the breath. Another thought will come up. You'll get lost in it for a second, 2 seconds, a minute. When you break free, just recall, oh, this was a thought about blah, 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 and then come back to the breath. That's it. That's the whole guiding that I am offering today. But start to notice patterns. Start to notice and pay attention to the functioning of the mind. Again, it is not yours. You have no control over it. But it is very mechanical. It often follows the same kind of patterns. You can know yourself profoundly by observing and noting this thought and then that thought. Always come back to the breath, though. The breath is your ground and your anchor. But don't hold on too tight. And just keep observing the thought. The important is to really note, almost verbally, to yourself. This was a thought about ... And just have fun with it. Be playful. Be curious. Explore the patterns of your mind. This breath coming in, this breath going out. And gently we let go of our practice, of our meditation. Taking perhaps a couple of deeper breaths to help us with our transition. And letting the body stretch if the body feels the need to do so. I would recommend, if you so choose, just an offering that maybe you take a piece of paper and a pen or somewhere where you can note what your experience was. If you found any most dominant recurring kind of thoughts about the past, thoughts about the future, rehearsing, rehashing, there's always things we can find out. And I would encourage you the rest of the day until we meet again on Thursday to keep practicing, noticing your thoughts. Just being more and more aware of the thought patterns, the patterns of the mind. For now, we'll close with our Shalom chant, dedicating our practice to all beings. May all beings find Shalom, inner peace, inner wholeness, inner harmony. Madani. Thank you all.
Modani, thank you.
Modani.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, everybody. Thank you, Rabbi.
Udani.
You're welcome.
Danny, see you tonight.
See you tonight, that's right.
Thank you, Madani.
Take care.